Evolution of Minions. In the 2010 movie Despicable Me, minions are a boisterous group of yellow, simple-minded homunculi that resemble each other in size and shape, but can be distinguished from one another by their height, number of eyes, roundness, or secondary features. The minions are voiced by Pierre Coffin, Chris Renaud, and Jermaine Clement. Bob, Stuart, and Kevin are the three most well-known minions. In the movie, minions are friendly and full of fun, but they are also ferociously devoted to Gru and Dr. Nefario and very eager to please, willingly participating in any evil schemes. Though they are relatively simple-minded, they can build toys for Gru's adopted daughters, operate weapons, design and build spaceships, use computers, and even drive. In addition, they express themselves mostly through actions, not words. Their language, Minionese, is fairly basic. They speak in strange jabber combined with various human languages. Hence, their language is incomprehensible to most humans, though they do understand English. In the 2010 short movie Home Makeover, after the events of the first movie, the minions help Margot, Edith, and Agnes renovate Gru's house, so the social worker does not take the girls back to Miss Hattie's home for girls. In the 2010 animated short movie Orientation Day, 3 new minions go on bomb-carrying duty, which is harder than they thought when they suddenly have an argument with 2 others carrying a giant bomb. Eventually, when the bombs explode, this nearly destroys Gru's lab. In the 2010 short movie Banana, the minions are revealed to have an uncontrollable craving for fruits, especially bananas. In the 2013 movie Despicable Me 2, soon after stealing the Arctic PX-41 lab, villain El Macho hires Dr. Nefario to kidnap the minions. After being injected with PX-41, the minions change into vicious, wild, mindless, bloodthirsty, destructive monsters with purple skin, long arms, wild, frizzy purple hair that spreads out like a mane, large, sharp, crooked teeth, and an underbite condition in which few of their teeth stick out of their mouths. It is intended to stuff them into rockets and have them land in different cities. El Macho intends to use all of the evil minions as his slaves after all of this, and it is likely that they will devour and destroy every person in those cities. However, Nefario realizes that El Macho went too far after capturing Gru's partner, Lucy Wilde, so he makes an antidote to turn all the mutated minions back to normal. Pierre Coffin and Chris Renaud later reprised their roles as minions. In the 2013 short movie Puppy, a minion watches neighbors walk their dogs on the street, which leads him to search for a puppy of his own. After several failed attempts, he comes across a UFO that takes on the role of a puppy for him. In the 2013 movie Panic in the Mailroom, 2 minions work sending parcels through the lab. When a package containing expired PX-41, the serum that El Macho used to transform the minions and himself in Despicable Me 2, gets jammed in the pneumatic delivery system, it transforms one of them into an evil minion. Minion versions of the Simpson family appear at the end of The Simpsons episode Treehouse of Horror 25. The 2015 animated movie Minions shows that minions have existed since the beginning of life on Earth. Their natural instinct is to seek out and serve the most evil of villains. In the absence of a boss to serve, they turn depressed and listless. Additionally, their degree of invulnerability is demonstrated by the fact that Bob, Stuart, and Kevin can play with the torture devices in a European torture chamber and survive being struck by heavy objects that are dropped on them. In the movie, after getting to know a number of various villains, they end up working as Scarlet Overkill's goons, the first female villain in history, to steal the crown of St. Edward. During the process, Bob collides with the legendary sword in the stone, where he effortlessly extracts the sword Excalibur to protect himself. Following Elizabeth's removal from the throne, Bob is crowned as the new king of the United Kingdom and brought to Buckingham Palace. Scarlet confronts the minions, believing them to be traitors, and then she becomes desperate for revenge. At the end of the movie, when Elizabeth is crowned Queen of the United Kingdom, she even presents Bob, Stuart, and Kevin with their rewards for saving London from Scarlet Overkill's destruction, each being given a tiny crown and an electric guitar, later replaced by a snow globe and a knighthood, respectively. However, Scarlet snatches the Queen's crown with her husband, but they are frozen by a 4-year-old felonious Gru. The minions see Gru as their new potential boss and chase after him. In the 2015 movie competition, 2 minions challenged themselves to numerous attacks, ending up on the lab's conveyor belt in the process. In the 2015 movie Crow Minion, 2 minions look after a cave baby while their caveman boss goes to find a bull to eat for lunch. But it is harder than the minions think. In the 2016 movie Mower Minions, a group of minions try to earn some money by mowing a lawn at a local old people's home. But their work results turn out to be chaotic. The minions appear in 3 episodes of Family Guy. In the episode Inside Family Guy, Peter Griffin gets to take part in his true passion of weaving tapestries featuring the minions. In the episode Peter's Lost Youth, to look like a big spender while on a baseball fantasy camp weekend with Lois Griffin, Peter offers to loan her his Minions Discover card. In the episode Brie Robot, Peter gives Brian Griffin a DVD copy of Minions 3 for his birthday, in which Gru has been replaced by Harvey Weinstein. This cuts to Harvey facing a minion. Peter also asks for a Minions cake for his birthday, but insists that it come from the store. In the 3rd movie of the Despicable main franchise, Mel is the protagonist of the Minions subplot and the leader of the Minions in the main plot of the movie. Gru refuses to become a villain again, despite his minions' lengthy requests for him to do so. With the exception of Dave and Jerry, who enter the lab right after the performance for Gru's family, a rebellion against Gru is organized and led by Mel. They decide to leave Gru in search of another potential villain. After the minions quit Gru, they run into Drew's butler, Fritz, in the process, who asks for the whereabouts of Mr. Gru's address. Mel and the minions, still angry at Gru, act hostilely towards Fritz and refuse to tell him where Gru lives. The next morning, the minions were starving except for Mel, so they chased after a pizza delivery guy to steal his food. However, they trespass into a TV studio lot, which causes the police to chase after them. Mel discovers how much he needs and misses Gru while he is put in jail, and the minions build a plane to help them get out. After meeting and making amends with Gru, the minions succeed in destroying Balthazar Bratzgum, covering the entire city. Later, after stealing Gru's aircraft with a large group of his minions, Drew tells Gru and Lucy, shocking them that being a villain is in their family's DNA and that someone has to carry on the tradition. The 3 statues of minions appear in the 2018 movie Mortal Engines, in which they are assumed to be idols of ancient deities from the time before the emergence of traction cities. In the 2018 movie Yellow is the New Black, before minions all make their big escape from prison in Despicable Me 3, a couple of lucky minions get a taste of freedom as they break free with the help of one of their fellow human inmates. In the 2019 movie Minion Scouts, after being dazzled by the girls, a group of minions become scouts in an attempt to earn badges. In the Minions Holiday Special, a half-hour compilation of Minions mini-movies, in the part Santa's little helpers Kevin, Stuart, and Bob, having been accidentally dropped off at the North Pole, make the most of the situation by trying to become Santa Claus's elves, obviously with disastrous results. In another part, Training Wheels, after Agnes has some trouble with her bike, 3 minions then volunteer to modify the bike and help Agnes improve her skills. In the 2021 short movie Minions and Monsters, Laundry Day goes cosplay when a rookie minion gets a seat at the table of some pro role-playing gamers. Starting as a punching bag for monsters and a punchline for peers, his perseverance unlocks bardacious skills just in time to save the day. In the 2022 movie Minions: The Rise of Gru, in 1976, Gru, an 11-year-old, dreams of becoming a supervillain with the help of the minions he has hired to work for him. When a supervillain team, Vicious Six, rejects his offer, he steals the Zodiac Stone and flees with minions Kevin, Stuart, and Bob, leaving it with another minion, Otto, for safekeeping. However, Otto has traded the stone for a pet rock, causing Gru to fire the minions before heading out on his own to find it. However, Wild Knuckles, the first founder of Vicious Six, who was betrayed, kidnaps Gru and informs the minions that if they do not give him the stone within 48 hours, Gru will be killed. Kevin, Stuart, and Bob leave to rescue Gru after failing to locate the stone, while Otto pursues a biker who he discovers is wearing the stone as a necklace. When they arrive at Knuckles' house, they are pursued by his goons until Master Chow, a former kung fu teacher, who now works at an acupuncture clinic, saves them by defeating the goons. Then, at the request of the minions, she teaches them kung fu, but they end the training prematurely and go to Knuckles' house to save Gru. Meanwhile, Gru begins to bond with Knuckles after the latter's goons quit on him and later saves him from being eaten by crocodiles in his pool. During a Chinese New Year parade in Chinatown, Otto and Gru find each other with the stone but are cornered by the Vicious Six. When the Vicious Six use the stone to transform themselves into large, superpowered versions of zodiac animals, inspired by Chow's teaching, Kevin, Stuart, and Bob find their inner beast and battle them. After Kevin, Stuart, and Bob defeat the Vicious Six, Gru uses the stone to turn them into rats. Gru congratulates the three minions on saving his life, reconciles and rehires them. In the 2022 movie Post-Modern Minion, when a minion crashes into an art gallery, an art critic praises his creation, and he becomes an overnight celebrity. In the 2024 movie Despicable Me 4, Bob, Kevin, Stuart, and other minions appear, also voiced by Pierre Coffin. They, along with Gru and his family, including a new member, Gru Jr., are also saving the world by any means necessary from a new villain, Maxime Milmal.